The big ET now exclusive. Sources say that PNB or Punjab National Bank may be the first lender to drag Jet Airways to the NCLT under the IBC. In fact, they're planning to do this in the next 24 to 48 hours. Nayantara Rai has picked the story up from her sources. And Nayantara, last week Utkarsh told us about how the pilots want to take Jet to NCLT, and now it looks like even some of the lenders seem to be looking at that route. Do we have
Thanks a lot for that. This is an ET now exclusive. It's a big one at that. Borrowing from Avengers, I'm calling it Endgame Jet. It's the first time you're hearing about one of the 11 lenders of Jet Airways seriously seeing no solution in sight, frustrated and thinking perhaps it's time now to call a spade and actually invoke insolvency against the grounded airline, at one time India's largest private airline, founded over 25 years ago. PNB has got its paperwork ready. It's getting set to move the NCLT within 24 to 48 hours. Call it a courtesy, call it collaboration. I'm being told by my sources that they will, wait for the meeting today to conclude. Remember, the lenders are meeting today to discuss Jet Airways, the new circular put out by RBI on June 7th, and after that, move NCLT. So like I said, call it courtesy, call it collaboration. Maybe it'll once again, if the other lenders are not on board, have to rethink that. So I'll put that caveat in. But PNB becoming the first lender to move getting set to move NCLT against the airline founded by Naresh Goyal. It's the second largest airline. There is a case of the operational creditors coming up on June 20th. I'm being told by my sources that PNB very keen to move the NCLT before the operational creditors and suppliers of Jet Airways matter is taken up on June 20th. What's going to be interesting to watch out is if the country's largest bank and the largest lender to Jet Airways, SBI, agrees with PNB's strategy. By the end of today, will we also see SBI throw up its hands and feel there is, no other option? There is no serious bidder. There have been private equity people in the past who have quoted Jet. Hinduja's name has come up in the past. But, nobody at the end of the day has been serious about it.
Okay. Nayantara, hold on. We'll just take this story a bit forward with Dheeraj Mathur of PwC. He's a retired IAS as well. Dheeraj, and he's an ex-partner of PwC. Thank you, Dheeraj, for joining in on ET now. And, it's an interesting turn because just, a few weeks ago, we were talking about looking for lenders for Jet Airways. And now we are looking at lenders looking at the NCLT route for Jet Airways. Is the situation really now, as Nayantara pointed out, as an end game? Because the reluctance of lenders and the terms and conditions put forward by lenders seem to be quite unfeasible to be fulfilled.
Yeah, hi, good morning. I agree because what's happened is that the lenders decided a few months back that they're going to infuse some capital into the airline while it was still functioning so that it could continue functioning. And then they didn't. And the process kept getting delayed and postponed. And in the meantime, for various other reasons, its slots were reallocated. Its planes obviously had been grounded, and they have been leased to other airlines. So most of their top management has left. So in essence, the delay has just, atrophied the airlines. And in a way, the delay has sort of been a sort of a self-professing, tragedy that they kept delaying, and the more they delayed, the worse things got. So that is, in essence, is the situation now. And I don't see how they can find an investor at this point of time. And going to the NCLT seems to be the only option left. Maybe in hindsight, they should have gone there right in the beginning. But if they had done that, then maybe some of the liabilities wouldn't have kept mounting. Interest, there would have been a moratorium on them. But then, now this is 6x6 post vision. So, but the fact of the matter is, as far as I see, the NCLT seems to be the only option left. Things are being delayed too much. The airlines has really all its assets and most of its brand value has been frittered away.
I think endgame Jet Airways has been in sight for a long time. It's maybe an instance of reality taking time to sink in. Having said that, if you were to liquidate Jet Airways, if you were to invoke insolvency, what's left of the airline that can even help in recovery? Whatever planes that are left, I think about 10 or 11, there are outstanding dues against that. You can't monetize the flying rights. You can't monetize the slots.
Yeah, I mean that's true. All of these things had value maybe 6 months back, but those slots aren't with Jet anymore. They've been reallocated, and reallocated as far as I know, free of cost. I mean, there's been no sort of compensation or fee involved. The planes were grounded anyway, so they didn't belong to them. So there are these, I think, 6 or 10, whatever the number of planes that are left. But then they have liabilities. Exim Bank of the United States has dues pending on them. Then there's all the investigation that is going on. Frankly, I don't know what assets maybe of value are left. Of course, the loyalty program is a very high value asset, and as far as I know, provided it's still part of the deal.
Right, Dheeraj as well as Nayanthara, thank you for joining in then on ET Now and giving our viewers a gist of what is expected now. Lenders, of course, seem to be now looking towards the NCLT route. There's the very first lender, PNB, that's looking at the NCLT route. And look at the way the stock is actually tanked. It was anyway losing 12 to 13%, but as we broke the story, it's now a 17% drop. It's just cracked to the day's low. Jet Airways now just at a mere 68 rupees. Well, on that note, we are out of time and beyond time. In fact, we've extended our appointment on Buy Now, Sell Now, so we'll wrap it up. Thank you for watching.